hey guys, you've gathered information, ask a whole heap of questions, you came up with a hypothesis, you tested the hypothesis, you're doing all of these different things, right? But realistically, we are going to find and have tickets that we cannot solve as fast as possible. That's just how it is. You don't know everything. You're going to have tickets where you've never worked with the application before. It's going to have tickets where it's going to drive you crazy because you're like, what is going on here? I've did all my troubleshooting steps, how it's supposed to be. I just can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. Now, we all are guilty of this. I've had tickets and had issues where it just pulled me and drove me down a rabbit hole, and I'm just going and going and going because I gotta solve it. If I stop, I'm gonna be pissed off because I'm like, man, I did not solve the issue. I need to solve this issue. Stopping gonna make you feel like you quit. For me, what I do when I have a ticket where I don't know the issue, I've never worked with the application before, none of these different things. Like I said, the first thing I will do is, of course, I'm calling the user, I'm remoting into the user device, I'm trying to gather information, run some troubleshooting steps or whatever the case may be. A lot of times I like, when I never worked with the application before, I'm like, hey, what do you use this application for? Or first I will say, hey, was this application working yesterday? Yes, it was working yesterday. Between yesterday and now, what did you do differently? Anything you did differently? Was anything installed or whatever the case may be? Oh no, nothing was. I just turned off my computer, left. Sometimes I'll do a quick restart because you want to double check and make sure that the computer started up the way it was supposed to. All the processes and stuff started up and the application that they're having an issue with is on point. Now I'm using application as an example, right? An issue could be anything. It could be a network issue. It could be anything, hardware issue, whatever. The point is, we don't know what the issue is. We don't know how to fix it yet. We've never seen this issue yet, and we're trying to figure out a way how to fix it, right? So I'm going through these things, asking these different questions. I'm gonna say, hey, launch the application and try to do exactly what you was while I watch. Because now I'm watching to see what she's trying to do or what he's trying to do. Sometimes I'll say, hey, what it is you're trying to do, and then I'll research to see how that specific thing is done, just to see if they missed a step or whatever the case may be. I'm starting with the simple stuff. I'm not trying to get too technical yet because you don't want to be changing too much things, doing all these different stuff yet. After I do that, if it's taking about, once I reach about 10 minutes in, right? Because I'm trying not to spend no heap of time on one ticket. I work for a big company, over 4,000 or 5,000 users or so, and it's a lot of people, a lot of issues can occur. Because of that, I'm not trying to waste no heap of time doing nothing. I'm trying to get this resolved as quick as possible to move on to the next one. Once I see the 10-minute mark reach, I'm reaching out to my team. When I'm reaching out to my team, I'm like, hey, I'm having an issue with a user, right? I've tried this. I've asked this question. She was able to use the application before. She'd been able to use it. It just started doing this. This is the error message that's popping up. If there's an error message, has anyone encountered this issue before? I'm reaching in my Teams chat, trying to see, because the ultimate goal is to solve this issue. I'm not trying to pretend to be the smartest person on the planet. I just want this issue to be fixed. And once I fix it, I'm going to learn anyways. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not at home working, I'm at work. So I'm reaching out to everyone, waiting for a response. While I'm waiting, I'm researching too. I'm researching the error message. I'm researching to see if anyone encountered the issue. I'm trying as much as I can. Once I've did my research and I've wait for the people in the chat to see if anyone have seen this issue. If they have, we fix it, bada bing, bada boom, we out. If I research and I find it, done, gone. Now, another thing, when you're researching issues, is checking the vendor site, because sometimes the vendor will have, you might not necessarily find it when you Google it, and a lot of times you will, if the vendor has it set up the right way, right? You'll find the site or the link to the page on their site that has the different issues that can occur and different things you could do to resolve it, right? But what you want to do is also check the site. So you could Google and do all that stuff. You could chat GPT, whatever, but you want to also check the site to see if they have any documentation on their product, because it's their product, right? Now, another thing, which is like the last resort, is reaching out to the vendor via email or call in or whatever the case may be. A lot of people, they don't allow for the call in. The vendors don't have the phone numbers, but they have their emails. So send them an email, full description. You want everything in that email, from what you're experiencing, the fact that they was able to use it, now they're not able to use it, all that different stuff. Screenshot of error messages that's popping up, if any error messages is popping up. And also a good thing to do is look, is there any, because for example, if my network go down at home, I'm able to just search real quick and see if there's an outage in my area, right? You could do stuff like that. A lot of times, if it's a widespread issue from a specific application or vendor or whatever, someone is going to report on it, letting people know, hey, there's a big outage with Zoom or whatever due to blah, 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 blah. And they're working on it, whatever the case may be. These are different things that you could do. Now, when you reach out to the vendor, let's say they do not know what the issue is. If the vendor don't know what the issue is, right, then we stuck. Then we in a trouble, because now the people who created this application don't even know, right? So now you in trouble. Now that's when you really have to spend the time. And sometimes spending the time mean when you get off work, you might have to just put some time aside just to research. Or I'm saying, no matter what you try, these steps, what I'm telling you and things that I do, helped me 99% of the times. But I won't tell you that there wasn't times where I had an issue that I had to search up and research and work until I figure it out. Some issues I've had took me like 2-3 days to figure out. But then you have to know when to stop. What I mean by that is you have to know when to say, this is enough for the day. Miss, this what you're trying to do. Is there anything else that you could do without using this application? I need some time to research. I need some time to do this, whatever the case may be. You don't want to spend all day, because you're not able to work on the other tickets. If you're spending all day, she or he is not able to work on their work. And if the application is not stopping them from doing everything, hey, listen, go ahead, do the other things that you could do in the meantime, and I will research. And another thing is, don't feel no way that you don't know the answer to an issue. You're not going to know everything. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.